Hi! I'm here with a tag today. And it's Tag Tuesday, so that's why I'm doing it, but it's like 11:30 at night, so this may not get posted till Wednesday. So, yeah. But the tag is the Fiber Arts tag, and it talks about, I've got the questions, that's why I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing, but, they've got all the Fiber Arts, but I'm just gonna talk about mainly the one I do. Only do one. So here we go. And the first question is, who are you? And I'm Amber or Ambie, and you can find me on YouTube as ambiekraftsreads, and you can find me on Twitter as ambiekraftsread. For some reason the S didn't go in. I don't know why. And I'm ambiekraftsreads on Twitter and no, Craft Read on Twitter and ambiekraftsreads on Instagram and on Revelry. And I may be ambiekraftsreads on Goodreads, I think. That has nothing to do with crafting, so that's about reading, which is another of my passions. And yeah, I'm just turned 31. I know, getting old. It's hitting me hard. Goodness. Not married. No kids. Maybe one day. Hopefully one day. So, that's me. On to second question. When and why did you start crocheting? It says knitting, crocheting, spinning, or weaving. And all I do is crochet. And I was 12, and my Nana taught me, which is my grandma, my dad's mom, and her mom, my whole childhood, she had, I think by the time I came along, since I was her great grandchild, that was Granny, she had already quit crocheting. But she had like a bunch of Afghans that she had done, and some pot holders, and she had done Barbie clothes, and made some dolls, and some stuff just to hang up. So I always saw stuff at her house. Well, then when I was with my Nana, she would always crochet, and all she ever did was Afghans. So finally, when I was 12, I had her teach me, and she taught me, and I've loved it ever since. And I'm very thankful to her for teaching me, and anytime I do it, it makes me think of my family, because multiple people in my family crochet. So, yeah, makes me feel connected to them, especially now since my granny is gone. So, yeah. Okay, question number 3. What is your favorite or proudest make? And I don't know that I have one. I think every project I do is something that I'm proud of. Just simply for the fact that I've done it. I feel so accomplished and so, oh my gosh, I did that. You know, that's just how I feel or whatever. So I don't think I have just one thing that I'm so proud of or so whatever of. I'm proud of everything I do. So yeah. So that was number 3. Number 4. What is your most disastrous make? Excuse me. I don't have anything to show, but I don't really. I think I tried. No, I know what it was. I tried doing just a plain back and forth, just like double crochet down, double crochet back, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet. And that thing, I probably did at different times in the beginning of me learning. I probably did a bunch of those, a bunch of starts, and there's probably like this big and like, I don't know how long, but like only about this tall things or pieces. I don't know why, but I never ripped them out, but I don't know where they're at now. I think my nana might have them, but they would go like that or like that. Yeah, they would either curve up or curve down, and like that or like that. So those were my most disastrous makes because I had intentions of making Afghans with them, but no, didn't happen. I think now I'm a little bit better at it, but I haven't, since I've been older, attempted to do anything like that, just straight back and forth. So, yeah, I guess I got a little weary with it. Okay, so number 5, do you have a favorite place to buy yarn or fiber, local or online? Okay, I'm gonna say neither would be my favorite place because I don't use any natural fibers. The only natural fiber I've ever used is cotton. So I would say that basically my favorite place to buy yarn is Walmart for the price, since I only use acrylic and cotton, acrylic and cotton. So Walmart for the price, and then for variety, I like to use oh my goodness, what is the name? Michael's and Hobby Lobby. And then if there's anywhere else that I just happen to find stuff, then I might buy something there and try it out, like Tuesday morning, or find something at Goodwill or something like that. But usually it's Walmart and Michael's and Hobby Lobby. Those are my places that I buy yarn. And they have my favorite yarns. Okay, number 6. What is your most used or loved pattern? Okay, now this isn't really a specific, this person designed it and I use this pattern called ... No, but it is the granny square. That's what I do most often. Just make granny squares or make big old giant Afghans, which I'm working on right now. So that's what I do. That's my favorite. That was number 6. Okay, number 7. What is your most dreaded crocheting task? And I think this is something I do dread it because I've never done it. I've tried before and it's just not something. No, well, there's one thing, but it's not really a task. It's a more a technique or something. I don't know, but it's like if I do a granny square, I can put a border, but if I do like straight back and forth or whatever, I can't do the border. It always gets messed up. That's just not something I can do. I've tried it and it warps it and it just weird and it's ripply and stuff. So I just don't like to do that. And then another thing is I love to make granny squares, but I've never even attempted to put them together. Well, I've done crochet as you go or whatever before, where you use like the single crochet and connect them while you're making it, but I've never done it like make 10 and put them together because I've always just been so nervous about that. So yeah, I need to work on that. And 8, what is your favorite task? I don't know that I have a favorite task. I don't have one. I don't like doing the ends. I don't like really making a chain. I don't like having to work back. I don't rip out, frog, whatever. No, I don't like any of it. Just the actual crocheting is my favorite. What is your favorite crafting entertainment? And usually that's either TV or Netflix and or YouTube videos, but sometimes if I just want to really just crochet and not have something that I want to pay attention to, well, sometimes when I'm like that, I'll just put on something that I've seen 100 times, like a movie I've watched 700 times, but other times I'll listen to music, and it's not a visual thing, so it's not distracting me really. Just I can listen to it and just pay attention to my crocheting, especially if I'm doing something where I need to count or I need to really pay attention. Yeah, it helps with that. But usually TV or Netflix or YouTube. Okay, that was 9. Yes, that was 9. Now, number 10. For patterns, do you prefer books, magazines, Revelry, or would you rather make up your own? Well, no, I do not want to make up my own. I can't. That's just not me. I follow a pattern. I am very much a pattern reader. My Nana taught me how to read patterns, and that's my bread and butter right there. And basically, it's Revelry and just the internet in general, because you can have it like if you have something online, you don't have to physically have it. You don't have to waste ink or money buying a book or whatever. You can just have it right there on your computer and just look at it, and you can always go back to it as many times as you want. You don't have to worry about losing it, especially if you bookmark it. So, yeah. So 11. What is your favorite brand of knitting needles or crochet hooks? Okay, crochet hooks. That's what I do, is crochet. So, now I don't know if I'm gonna say this right, so I don't even think I'm gonna say it. I'll just spell it. B-O-Y-E, the aluminum hooks. And what is so special to me is I think now hooks and their sizing are different than they were, say, back 70s, 80s, 90s. So I have some of my Nana's old crochet hooks, but I have one that is a crochet hook that my dad's dad's either mom or grandma gave my Nana, and she used it forever, and I still use it today, and I love it. And it's not the way that I know that the sizes are different is that it's an H hook, and now if I do like use red heart yarn and I make something with that, it's one size. But if I make something with my newer H hook from the same line or whatever, the same people and aluminum and everything, it doesn't come out the same size. There's a little size difference. So that's how I know that they've changed the sizes of the needles. So, or the hooks, sizes of the hooks. So, but it's okay. It's not a big difference. And since I don't make like garments or anything, it doesn't really, I mean a hat, but it's not enough difference that it really matters on that. That's the only thing that I make that it would really matter. Okay, that was 11. Okay. 12. What is your favorite notion or tool? And I don't really have any, because I don't really get into having really cute stuff, other than I have a pair of small scissors that I think are really cute. They're not like big scissors that anybody would really use, you know, not big adult scissors. They're not adult scissor size. They're small, like maybe something a child would use, or like in middle school, that kind of age would use. But I like it because it's my favorite color, turquoise. So yeah, I really like it. And that was 12. So 13. What is your current favorite project? And it's what I'm working on, and I don't have it. I showed it in my video I did Monday. No, I didn't show it in Monday. I showed it last week's video. And that's my current favorite. Just whatever I'm working on usually is my favorite, unless sometimes, no, usually they're not really my favorite, but it's what I'm working on and what I like, because the way that I crochet is just, the way I choose what to crochet is I crochet by how I'm feeling and what I'm wanting to crochet, not like I've got to crochet this for this person whether I want to or not. No, I don't do that. I just, if I feel like crocheting it, I'm going to crochet it, and then so everything that I make is something that I like. 14. Favorite place to crochet. Oh, favorite place to crochet in public? I don't usually do that unless I'm just sitting and waiting. I may do it if I'm sitting and waiting somewhere. Usually only the doctor's office, but other times it has been like waiting at the car, like the garage for the car to get fixed or something, or at the car dealership or whatever. But usually I don't crochet in public. What is your favorite fiber arts book? And I have no idea. I don't remember the name of it, but it was very, it was more on the thin side, and it was a sampler Afghan book that my nana had, and it was it had all different kinds of squares that you could do, but it also, in the front of it, I think it was from Leisure Arts or something. I don't know the name of it though. And it had like all the basic stitches in it. So it was very informational when I was learning. So that's why I liked it. I always looked at it when I went over there. So yeah. And then 16. Do you have any other hobbies? Yes, I Okay, I'll just stick with crafting. I like to do art. And when I say I like to do art, I don't mean I like to sit down and draw. Because I can't. That ain't happening. Maybe like, I like to do like, just take paintbrush and throw color on page. Or paintbrush and paint. And throw color on page. And then kind of messy art, art journaling, abstract kind of stuff. And like I like writing. I did have a big sewing phase, but right now I cannot find my sewing my pedal. So I haven't sewed in at least a year or two, and I really don't like that. I wish I could sew. So yeah, and I've done some beading, jewelry making, nothing real involved, very rudimentary beginner type stuff, and reading. I really like to read. I read a lot. And what else do I like to do? Cooking. That's another thing I like to do. Yeah. 17. If you could meet anyone in the fiber arts community, who would that be? I don't know if this means like the YouTube world or like big time like fiber arts type stuff, big time people, because of course I would like to meet Martha Stewart. She's the crafting goddess. And I would also like to meet, long time ago, probably 10 years or more, there was a TV show on HGTV. Right now I'm blanking on the name of the show, but it was Carol Duvall. That was her name. And she would have like a guest on and the guest would do whatever they were showing. And then she would do something, usually. And I just really loved her show, and a lot of times they did, um, they did fiber arts related stuff, and a lot of times it was a lot of stuff that wasn't. But and paper crafting for number 16. I like to do paper crafting, like journaling, um, what do you call it? Scrapbooking, but more just free form, kinda. Card making, making bookmarks, that kind of stuff. And that was some of the stuff that she had on her show, Carol Wall. And then there was another show, I don't remember, it might have been Susan B. Anderson, but she's more knitting related, but I guess so was a lot of other people. But yeah. But if you're talking about YouTube, I would just like to meet like Erin from Gimme Yarn 418. I did get to meet Margaret from Sheepishly Sharing. I did get to meet her. That was high on my bucket list. Cause I think she was the first YouTuber that I ever subscribed to that was a crocheter, knitter, whatever. So her, and just any of my subscribers that crochet, or anybody that I watch that crochets. I mean, yeah. And the next 4 questions are, it says rapid fire, so it's one or the other. So, knit or crochet, crochet, weave or spin, neither. Color or neutrals, color always, but there is a time for a great neutral. And sweater or socks, I would probably say sweater, although I'll probably never crochet or knit or anything else, either one of those. And that's it. That's the tag. And I might tag some people in the description, but I also might not. I don't know who's done this and who hasn't, so I might do a few people. So, happy crafting and God bless. Bye.